What is up, y'all? I am live once again in an impromptu live. It's 5:50. It's December 1st, and it was a great day in the market. It's actually one of my best days. One of my best, probably top five. So what's going on? I think I'd do a quick live because I didn't actually was lazy and don't feel like recording a video. Of course, you could kind of go live with me because I'm just going to talk about the market real quick and just the indices, maybe see what's popping. I haven't been watching the market all day, kind of just checking my phone, seeing where we at. And I'm just kind of trying to find my video here on, there it is. See if I can retweet it. It lets me. All right, let me retweet it. Okay. And let's go to my YouTube. This is my channel, videos. There it goes. Yeah, so it's always a little funny when I go live at first because I'm trying to, there we go, trying to see what's going on here. All right, so I got Cashmatic, I got Jewelry Box, of course, my two favorite people. Always in here. Big Boy Blue. This, I think, the second time you was in here. What's up, man? So, as usual, I think I got the link in the description. I got the link in the title in some places. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, what's the other one? What does that say? Periscope. So Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. And I figure I just kind of run down the markets and even talk about that NIO trade, which is it's time to get out. The trade didn't work, right? We kind of took a chance on it. I didn't, but I was kind of sharing the chance that I would have took because you know what? I just really kind of stay away. I stay away from the stocks that are going straight up. And of course, I stay away from the Chinese stocks. I just haven't really been a fan of them. You know, Baba's nice stock, but look what happened to that lately. I always thought about, I lost one of my biggest losses ever. Hold on, man. Being live, I gotta itch my nose. Oh my gosh. All right. All good. All right. That's the funny thing about being live, man. You got to itch. I wonder how the TV people do it. How do they do it? Right? They got, I know how they switch away, right? They probably got like a Q button and then tell the control panel to like switch away to another shot or something like that. But Alibaba, when I think first came public, it's a quick story. I think it opened up somewhere around 100, 110, and went up to 120. I bought 20 leaps, 130, something like that, maybe 150, somewhere around there, leaps. So they expired like a year and a half later. And maybe I can bring that up. Maybe I can bring up Baba right now, kind of share it with you, see if this thing goes that far back. And no, it doesn't go that far back. Anyway, it went up to, yeah, it should. Let me see. Yeah, this was it right here. Here it is, right in the beginning. It went up to around 120. And when I bought those leaps, this thing went straight down to about $60. And you can see how long it took to just get back to that 120. It was almost 2 years, and I lost a lot of cash because I held them. So it was a lot of hype in Baba, and the thing started going down. I'm like, there's no way it's going down. Like, it just kept going down, went from 120 all the way down to 6. That was a huge loss for me in 2015. Man, I was like, oh, man. And guess what? So I revisited that trade. I did the same thing in Tesla. Oh, I would have been maybe a millionaire. I had like 30. All right, Tesla's trading like at 150. I probably bought like the 300 or the 275, 300 calls, something. I bought like 20, 30 of those things. It was a pretty good for it. It was like 300 a pop. So it was like 20. Oh, was that 200? It was a lot of money. Anyway, Tesla was up and down, up and down. It wasn't working out. And I wind up selling the trade. I think I took a half loss on that. Now it's Tesla. let's pull that up, man. Or if I would have just held them, because that stock, and then what made me get rid of it was the Alibaba. I remembered Alibaba. So where was that? Somewhere you can see Tesla was just a straight line up and down. I forgot when I bought those calls. And then look, it just goes straight up. Now I can't say I would have been like this millionaire because I probably would have sold them a long time ago. But if I would have just held on to them, if I would have, oh man, sure, it would have been millions. easy, easy. So anyway, those are my my leap stories. So every once, and I did the same thing with Twitter. I got out of it. Twitter just doesn't want to pop. I think Twitter one day will be something to talk about, but they always seem to disappoint on earnings. Oh man. So yeah, you know, when you see that stock that's cheap and you think it's going to be around, you think it's going to be that stock. I mean, go out and buy those calls. You know what I mean? A leap or so where people don't really believe the story, but you do. They'll be cheap, and get the 2 years out. You know, buy a whole bunch of them. You're going for the home run. Okay, you're not just going. This is not a trade where you just trying to make some money. You're trying to go for the home run, and just go out there, out of the money, and load up on the calls. And if you're right about the company and what it can do in its infant stages, it will make you very rich as long as you can hold, you know, fight the pain, because it's going to be a lot of pain. And it's a good chance you could lose too. All right. So you said, Big Boy Blue, I own Baba and NIO and SB Switchback. You know, I almost bought that. I read about it. I missed the pop. I was like, And Tesla. Yeah. You know, Tesla 3,000. Today, I say 3,000 because it was the times 5 where it hit 600. Here we are, 5.8. Just call it 600 times 5. If before the split, it would be 3,000. That's crazy. It looks, I don't know, man. It's just amazing how you announce a split and you almost double. You know, what is 50% higher? I sold mine, so that's a story to talk about. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Settings. What is it? Camera. Audio, green screen, guess, play sound when guests enter, guests must authenticate, general. I thought, I'm just looking at private chat, banners, comments. I thought it put your comments on the screen, but it's not doing that. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that, because I don't see how really quick, and I ain't got time for this. All right, so anyway, yeah, those are just some quick stories. Just some quick stories. Yeah, those are the stocks. But here's the thing. Big Boy Blue. You can't get it when it's like this. See how it's running? Those out of the money options are priced. Some huge premium in them. And I can't even say them. They inflated. Okay. So that's when you don't want to buy, because it's gonna be, I mean, not saying you can't make money, but you gotta almost get those deep out of the money calls when no one believes in the story. Then those calls will be cheap. Okay, so when it's going straight up like that, man, those calls are pricey. So yeah, that's the ones that you want to find it on. So if you got this, you got NIO. Did you say NIO? Here's NIO. Let me pull up the screen. Sorry. You know, all of these stocks that's going straight up, yeah, you're gonna pay a pretty penny for those deep out of the money calls. So you got to find something that's a story that's just not believable. And Switchback Energy, same thing, right? Not saying it's not going to continue to go straight up and you can make a lot of money, but look, this thing was down 12% today. That's not a sign of a stock that's just going to go to the moon, in my opinion. It may. I mean, these stocks can do anything they want to do. This has been a hell of a year, 2020. I mean, anything goes. Man, Kojo Cash, you said you played six cheap 190 puts today. Also, used to never play earnings. Okay, I got burnt on earning. I suck at earnings. Even when I sell puts, or calls, so I don't do it. I tend to get burned more times. The time I buy, I'll sell a 10 out of the money, 10% out of the money put or whatever, and the thing goes down. It's like down 100%. It's crazy. So I was like, and those, when you're trying to pick up $1, I'm going to risk 1,000 to pick up 100. You know, that's a high probability trade. But when I do it on earnings, forget it. I lose $900 on that. You know, so I kind of try to stay away. I just suck at those. I may play them, but it's rare. It's rare. I think I'm missing some of your comments. In gold 2 years out. Yeah, see, there's a story, especially now that it's heading down, right? People all of a sudden not believing in the gold and they believing in the Bitcoin. All right, I don't know how to bring up Bitcoin, so I can't even show you, but I think new record today, 20,000. They not believe. So yeah, when it's coming down like this, those deep out of the money calls could be less pricey. because now the puts are being inflated. Because yeah, I'm hearing, oh yeah, gold is going back down to, whatever. Nobody believes it. It's all about Bitcoin now. And that's kind of when, gold ain't going nowhere. It's just, like when Bitcoin dropped 3,000 the other day, that's not, to me, I'm not saying it's not a believable currency or whatever the hell it is, cryptocurrency. I don't know. It's just, it's not supposed to act that way, So that's what makes me nervous about it. You said not all the neo gurus are gone, gonna pump DraftKings and LCA for us. And DraftKings, disappointing. Let me go to my real charts. I don't want to recommend play. You don't, yeah. So yeah, way to go. Earnings. It's a flip. It's a coin shoot, man. No one knows. Look what happened to, what did you say? Yes, was it Scott who reported earnings? Yeah. Oh gosh, was it Zoom? Yeah, look what happened to Zoom today. Let me pull it up. Zoom down 15%. Earnings was incredible. It was outstanding. So they had a little problem on the gross margins. By the way, that's the same problem I worry about with Amazon, because Amazon likes to spend money. And look at that, punished. Okay, so down 15%, and earnings was outstanding. And looking at this chart right here, I'm looking at the monthly. Let's pull up the weekly. Looks like it has further to go. Look at the monthly. Look at that gap right there. See, I think it's coming to there. So is that about 330 or so? Yeah, so you could tell when you start getting that volatility up top like that, it's like it's unstable. It makes me think it's done. Like that's a sign. See how smooth that upsell was? Smooth and nice, all volatile. That's when it's like, you know what? It's time to get out. Unless you want to go for that ride. I think it's done here. And then now when it starts to get stabilized, everybody has the vaccine, the story, people go back to work and they kind of close the Zoom accounts down because they're talking face to face again, or they're just picking up the phone. How about that? Last earnings for Zoom 200 went to 5K. Oh, you turned $200 into $5,000. Nice. Didn't they drop last earnings too? Didn't they go up in the pre-market and then tanked when the market opened? Something like that. I think that's that big one right here. So yeah, and I mean, plays like this, you can make the money if you're on the right side of the trade. I remember one time, look, I'm telling stories. I remember one time that it was one of the biggest trades ever. I might have bought 10 calls in Apple, and Apple ripped after earnings. I was like, I couldn't even sleep that night. I'm thinking I'm gonna be up like 20, 30,000. I was like, yeah, oh my God, it's incredible. I couldn't even sleep. That night, all hell broke loose in the geopolitical arena. This country was gonna bomb this country, this whatever happened. And boy, when it was one of those days, the market opened down like 600 points the next day, and Apple opened down. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So this thing rolls all through the night, from like the earnings all the way to 8 p.m. I was counting the money in my sleep. All hell broke loose in the middle of the night, and everything opened down, and so did Apple. And it was one of the last times I traded Apple big. So things like that could happen as well, so you just don't know until the market's open. Unbelievable. I remember that trade as well. It's crazy. Oh man, you said you sold that open 850 shares of Tilray. I don't know what's going on with the Tilray. I don't play those. What happened here? Down 10%. You had 850 shares. So 800. I don't know if you bought that today or had it yesterday. Let's say you had it yesterday and it was $9.50 and you have 850. You got $8,000 in Tilray. If you lost 10%, that would be $800. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not a fan of I don't know if I said it right. I'm just guessing. I can't. You said sometimes what we think will be a home run turns out to be a strikeout. Hell yeah, man. So I remember those, and those are the things that just keep me away from earnings. But I still do the leap thing. If I start to believe in I got a nice trade on, by the way, space. What is it? Galactic. Look, I got the leaps. I have the 20 to 35 leaps. I got like 10 of them or something. It's not big, but this is one where they don't believe. If you want, you could do this trade. All right, because if they start taking people's space, it's going to become reality, and this thing is going to be in the hundreds of dollars. Okay, so, and they're very close. All right, so this is the Tesla of space. All right, and no one else is doing it. So let's look at some of the leaps here. Yeah, we can't do, can't do a year out. You got to do it over 2 years, and you come out of here. Look, see, you could buy the 40s for $1,000. All right, so it's still, that's kind of pricey, but it's also 2 years out. So, you know, you never know, man. You can get 10 of them for 10 grand. And just, you know, hope they start taking people to space. You can see, look, they don't even have a lot of calls. All they got is the 40. I got it on all. That's the highest call you could buy or sell. So that alone is telling you the market makers that don't believe in the company, they don't believe it's going to go to 40. All right, so that's when you can kind of buy those 40s and hold on. Let's see, somebody bought, look at the volume in it today. That's just today. And then look at the put side, hardly nothing, right? No puts. Oh, y'all can't see that. I keep getting to switch back and forth. All right, so see, no puts, right? And then look at the volume and the puts going way out, 2 years out. Oh, sorry, the calls. So therefore, get rid of that so y'all can see what's going on here. Look at the put call ratio, 0.15. It's 179,000 calls to 27,000 puts. People are thinking what I'm thinking with SPCE. Okay, so this is one of those companies, right? But the puts are, it's pricey kind of. So yeah, but still, if it does what we think it would do, this thing is going to go to the moon. This could make you a rich man. You got 20 grand, buy 10, by about 20 grand, get you about 17, probably about 17 of these. And you never know. You never know. Let's do it. Let's do a simulated trade. I'm gonna buy a single, buy 17 of those things. And let's say we buy for 1180. Okay. Let's go analyze that trade. Let's bring it in here. Let me see, make sure I got nothing else. Okay, so let's say it goes to, well, see, yeah, I don't like it. Well, that trade, to see if it went to like 50 tomorrow, you only have 27,000. See, it's nothing. There's nothing here for the break even 2 years. Wait a minute, do I got this set right? No. I gotta go to the 23rd. Was that January? Yeah, okay. So basically, this thing for you to break even is going to be basically $52 on January 23. So I don't know if I like that. This thing will have to rise pretty damn quick. All right. So like I said, if it went to 35 tomorrow, you would only have 7,000. It's at 28 now. You know, I don't know. You have to buy more. I like to see this. So this is not the greatest, but this is one of those stocks. It's just expensive. The reason why you're not making money like that, I mean, it's expensive, you know. So you want to find it where those deep out of the money calls, and this is not really a deep out of the money call. It's only a 40. You want to buy it like when it's like $5. I'm sorry, $5 like that, and then you want to buy, I don't know, 30 of them. Let's say I bought it for 5. There we go. So now if it hit 45 tomorrow, you're gonna make $54,000 and so forth. You get it? So, and the break even is at 45. So you can almost hold on to them because you'd be like, man, I know it's gonna hit 45 in 2.5 years. And that's just the break even. And you'd be like, okay, no loss, just opportunity cost loss because the money was held up for 2 years, hoping on this thing popping. But once this thing starts to pop, those options that we just saw priced at, the 40s at 11 are going to go insane. They're going to be ridiculous. And then they'll add more strikes. And then because everybody's thinking the same thing. So that's why you almost kind of got to do it before it happens. So let's pull up Tesla and let's go deep. Tesla got strikes. Look at the strikes, man. 1,200. That's a double from now. And they want, oh my God. So they want, if you want to buy 2 years, they want $11,000 for one. And that's a double. That's basically saying you're hoping Tesla doubles. And if they double, you're going to pay $11,000 for that option. That's insane. Okay. So, look, people are doing it though. I don't know. They might've sold that, but, yeah, it's that's pricey. All right. That's just pricey. And the way it already ran. But if you're going to do something like that, you gotta get Tesla on the dip when people stop believing in the story, and then boom, then you hit them with those calls. All right. So you said Cashmatic, you gonna US gonna delist Chinese stocks. Yeah, I'm hearing those kind of stories. Yeah. I don't know too much about it though, so I can't really speak on it. You said, so a home run play, man, my man Edward Jones says it's at least a triple. You talking about the space, SPCE? If that's what you're talking about, I think so too. I really like the stock. I was a non-believer at first. I started doing some reading on it and learning about their technology and the things that they're doing. And I'm like, this shit is really going to happen. That's all it needs all it needs to do is happen. That's all it needs to do. It doesn't need to make money, really. It just needs to happen. And then now the possibilities, now you start pricing in the possibilities. And then that's where the stock is just going to go gazillion, just out of this world, out of this world, get it into space. You just gotta make the dream a reality, send a bunch of people up there into space, and they come back down and talk about it. And then you see they already selling tickets. The tickets, what is it, $600,000 a piece or something like that? I mean, so the market is there. They just got to make it happen, So it'll be unbelievable, So yeah, that's to me, that's the next Tesla. You heard it right here on Dre Trades. That's the next Tesla. I think it at least gets to this double top though. We was just talking about, I think it goes there. Look, it already got past this top. Everything looks good here. Matter of fact, I might have to put another trade on this. I'm just sitting here. I'm talking myself into this stock. I got to look at this. Now, what you can do is let me show you what y'all can do. Okay, because those out of the money options are like crazy, right? So you buy the 30. They need more strikes on this thing. So we want to buy the out of the money strike 30, the first one 30, and we'll sell the 40. It's not much there. It costs you $2. All right, so that's a $10. That's a 10-point wide spread. It's a 10-point wide spread. It costs you $2. That means you can make $800. All right, shoot, $2, man. You could load this up. Let's see, because 10 is 2,000, right? 20 is 4,000. Wouldn't be 30, be 6,000. 40. Dang, I'm even lost now. 50 times 200. Oh yeah, okay, 50, $10,000 trade. Okay, let's analyze it. Right, it's a lot of money, but you're trying to make a lot of money. And then the most you can make is $40,000. And you got time. All it needs to do is reach 40 in 2.5 years. If it does that, you turn your 10 grand into 40 grand. All right, so I like trades like that. All right. And look, it's only going to actually it costs $9,750. So the most you could lose is $9,750. Here's the good thing. It sounds like, oh shit, I don't want to lose 10,000. Nobody wants to lose 10,000. But on a trade like this, the break even is $32. I mean, the stock is trading at $28 right now. All right. So the break even is right basically here. So in 2 years, can it cross that line? Yes, it can. Of course it can. If it don't, man, we need to lose 10,000. So that's, to me, is a good trade. So you just want to buy, vertical, right? A call spread. You want to buy a strike and then sell a further strike out. All right. So that way you're not really paying for that expense. So I you know what, when they open up more strikes, I want to do it. So I put that trade on when it was trading at 17 or something. I bought the 22 and I think I sold the 40. So I'm making a nice penny and it's going up. I did it somewhere around here. I can't remember. Anyway, so that looks like it's working out well, but it's going, I still got another 2 years to collect, so that's the trades that you want to put on. And that's like a true investment, right? It's not, you can handle the up and downs, man. You got 2 years, and all you really needed to do is go to 32. Okay. And that way you don't lose money. It's a wash. Okay. So anything over 32, look, go to 40. I make $40,000. Man, 10,000 make 40,000. When you gonna get a return like that? That's the trade. Okay. Anyway, nuggets, y'all. Nuggets. Dropping nuggets, y'all. How about hitting that like button for them nuggets? Anyway, what's up, Dre? What's up, Rags to Riches? There's some people I missed. Let me go back. Bedroom Eyes, I missed you. You said 3LUSD. I don't know what you mean there. Coco, Jewelry Box, my babes. Rags to Riches. So I got a couple people in the chat. I got 8 people watching. Y'all can click that link and get on, and we can talk about space. We can talk about Virgin Galactic. Give me something to talk about. Anyway, so let's talk about the market. How about that? That's what I came on here to talk about. It was supposed to be a quick live. Oh, man. All right, so here we are. The NASDAQ, the Dow was up 185. It was up nice. I was like, wow. And I knew it was going to be a turnaround Tuesday, y'all. I was like, oh. I was buying yesterday. I sold Tesla, which was a mistake, but I sold it when it was up yesterday. And I used that money. What did I buy? Shit. You know what? I sold 2X. I sold 2 puts on letter X, US Steel. So it's up 6% today. I sold 214. No. This thing is, I think I sold, I don't even know what I damn sold, but I sold it for $1 for like 24 days out, right? Because I actually want to own it. I'm liking the metals and mining space. Remember, I did a video on that, and I said, I like the XME. All right. I said, look, and what I did was I went to the XME holdings, the metals and minings holdings, and found out that the number 1 holding on the XME was letter X, right? So I'm pulling up the XME now, and let's look remember I did the video. I said double bottom, nice rise, nice big body candle right there. I don't want to invest in the XME. I want to invest in a stock that has some alpha. And the number 1 stock in there was a letter X. So I decided to sell 2 puts on the letter X. And so far it's working out. First day it's up 100 and, I don't know. Stock's up 5%. Well, that's the XME. See how the XME is up 4.6, but you bring up the letter X and it's up 6.13. So this one is really pushing on that XME to go higher. So this is up 6%. And so far that trade's working out. Hopefully it does. So that's what I did with my Tesla earnings. All right. So you said Jewelry Box. That's right. Hey, babe, I'm dropping the nuggets, man. Hit that like button. Hey, how about this? Subscribe. All y'all probably subscribe because you're here. If you're just now finding me or you're watching the background, subscribe. This is what I do. All right. I come on here and I talk about, and I don't know, maybe it's boring. Yeah, maybe it's pretty boring. Anyway, but I come on here and I'll talk about the Dow. I'll talk about the NASDAQ. I'll talk about the S&P. I'll talk about some major stories. I'm not the newsman, but I know something maybe that's popping. And then I'll talk about the heat map. I like bringing up the heat map because you can kind of, if you look at this every day, you can kind of see what's moving. But like, God damn, those communication services has been green all damn time. So I'm in the Google and Facebook. Yes, I am. I told y'all that Leaps. I'm not even going to touch them. Leaps. It was a good day for the Google and Facebook. I think Facebook, right? Everything is cryptocurrency, but God damn it, they forgot about Facebook coming out with its Libra coin. All right, so they're not going to make the Libra coin no more. Well, they had to rename it. So they basically forgot Facebook is coming out with cryptocurrency. And it's going to call, they change it from Libra to the Diem coin, D-I-E-M, Diem dollar, the Diem dollar or the dime dollar, however you pronounce that. So Facebook caught a nice bid today. I was like, oh yeah, Facebook cryptocurrency. Remember that? So that's what's going on with Facebook. And if, can you imagine if they it's supposed I think they got approval by, they're going to get approval by the SEC. It's going to be regulated by the SEC. So, I don't know, you got a little regulation behind it and stuff. So if it comes true or comes to fruition, is that the right word? This one can go a lot higher. Everybody's just getting into crypto. You got Square and you got the PayPal and you got the cost of crypto itself and everybody else that's even thinking about put the word crypto or blockchain in their name, you're going up 100%. So people are forgetting about Facebook. The company is already undervalued for the most part. It doesn't have PEs like the rest of these companies, maybe because the government's trying to take them down or whatever, but full steam ahead on Facebook. Anyway, so that's why I'm long Facebook and I'm long Google. The ad dollars are coming back. There's really nowhere to go. Okay, there's no where you're gonna ad. You're gonna spend the money on a TV ad when most people are online, when you're gonna advertise on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. Oh, come on, that's where you're gonna go. So it's easy to me. And it doesn't matter, people boycott it. They got 8 million more advertisers. Okay, so 100 million people can go away. Not 100 million. Shoot, what is it? I don't know how many advertisers. I thought it was 8 million. That sounds low. Anyway, but they got a whole bunch more. Facebook. Let's pull it up. See what we got going here. I mean, look, it's still for the most part in the range. You know what? Let me pull up a chart over here. Yeah, you see, I worry. I like today's trade, and I can't get too excited about it. But it was nice because it hasn't put a move like that on in a long time. But it's still in this range. All right, so we need to break out. And let me tell you something. If it breaks out of this range right here, this thing is going to go a lot higher fast. All right, so I'm on board right now. Right, and then maybe we can catch a move like this, right? So if you can somehow break out of there, I think we can kind of catch one of those moves. I think, remember, we're getting close to this earnings here on January 27th. Facebook always runs into earnings. Now, I'm a little early because it usually starts running about two weeks out. But as it gets closer to there, this thing is going to start running. And so there, you do what you want to do with that knowledge I just gave you. Can't tell you to put the trade on, but that's what it does. See earnings here, it ran here, kind of ran here, ran right here, kind of dropped for earnings, but it ran into it here, right there. See, it ran into it here. Here it is, right? See, it ran into it here, right here, ran into it. Here's earnings here, ran into it. Okay, so it's damn near 100%. It's a guaranteed trade. Okay, so just look at the earnings and look at what the price action before that. Now here was a little difficulty. So here we got the pop though, but this is when it was talking about all the people leaving. There's a lot of problems going on right here. So this one you got to give them a break. But here ran. So there you go. There you have it. You know what? I bet you it runs here too, because that's what the stock does, right? The stock is giving us the fingerprint or the blueprint of what's going to happen. You just got to look back. That's how I actually chart, y'all. That's the secret to my charting. It's not all the bells and whistles and all the fancy things and all the indicators and all that stuff. It's just try to look in the past to see if you see any similarities in the future. And then you'd be like, you know what? I think it might do this again. That's something I do that I don't think anyone else does. I just draw lines and boxes. I keep it really, really simple. And for the most part, I'm right. If you don't believe me, you can just go back and look at all the videos because they're all there before the move happened. I mean, I just did a video on NIO that says, oh man, it's going down, sell. Not yesterday's video. Yesterday was for a trade. and people didn't believe me. And look, man, the thing is down. I basically did that video at the top. It's already down 17%. Now, generally, it goes down as much as 35%, but we'll talk about this one real quick. So I talked about the trade entering right there. See where the circle is? See what a circle is? And I was like, well, there's your out. There's that line right there. And it didn't work out, right? It broke the trend. It's broken. It's time to bail. It's broken. And look, the volume is gone. It's just no volume, so there's volume to the downside, but I don't know. That doesn't look good for the 4-hour, right? But check this out, man. Pull out the monthly. It really doesn't look good. It just looks like it could go down a lot further. Pull up the weekly, same thing, right? Same thing happening here. So just kind of keep that in mind. You definitely want to see, you don't want to catch the falling knife. You want to watch it go up. Let other people catch the knife and just kind of see if it starts going up. All right. And then maybe play that bounce. I did that same trade, with DraftKings. We could talk about that. I sold some puts on it, and I'm a little worried. It's down 3% today. What did I sell? I think I sold the 48s, something like that. And the last couple of days been kind of weak, right? So I'm still in the trade. We'll see what happens, but it's been kind of weak. I knew we was going to have, see, that's that gray area, resistance. And see my little arrow right here coming into over here. I call these the men because this is the area where they did the secondary, $52. Look, it came right to $53.60 or so, and now we're coming back down. That was the secondary area. So I drew this gray box to show you that that's the area where it's probably going to go sideways. But look, we kind of fell out of that area. We actually going down. But I think if it could get steady, I think it'll eventually get through that 52 area. You said you killed NIO today. Nice. On the downside, NIO is overbought. Yeah. I was trying to get in for a trade since it hit that trend line. And no, I didn't do it. I hope I should have said that. I think I said that in the video. I don't know. I don't really. I trade long term, guys. I'm just like in the Facebook. Look at. I don't usually do this, but see, up $4,412 today. I'm in the DraftKings. Let's see. I'm down. Let me see something here. Okay, I sold the 48 put and bought the 42 put. So I got a put spread going on. A little worried. And in Facebook, that's it. So I'm up. Basically, it's all Facebook profits, $4,400. And I ain't trading it. I'm just going to stay in it. If it goes down, I'm in it. If it goes up, I'm in it. I probably won't think about doing something, to tell you the truth, until it's about 3:30. I think it goes up to 325, somewhere in this area. And then maybe I don't know, spread it out or something like that. But that's my plan with that particular trade. Because I do think it does that. And I do plan on getting out if it does break this gray area. I'll probably bail on a trade, and it's going to cost me a lot of money, but oh well, be a loss. Casual Wealth TV. I'm sorry I'm missing some of your comments. You said bought 2 NIO puts today. NIO was screaming sell yesterday. Okay, good. Looking at a setup for Snap and Square. I don't know. Square owns some. I don't know, man. I think, I don't know if Square's gonna go down. Pull up the monthly. Yeah, Square's got a pretty good angle. You had to break out. I don't know. It depends. I think it can go down. I don't know if it'll go a lot. I mean, they're in the right space, right? Everybody's cash apping. They got the whole Bitcoin is popping, right? Square made most of its money on the last quarter from Bitcoin. I think half the sales was from Bitcoin transactions or something like that. Okay, don't quote me. Bitcoin wasn't really popping back then. Now it's really popping. Everybody's talking Bitcoin. So now what's Square earnings going to be? You see what I'm saying? So be careful. All right. So, and of course, every day Cash App's popping and all that other stuff, right? So that's why you got PayPal, right? PayPal's in it, and Facebook talked about it again. You got JP Morgan wanting to get into cryptocurrency. So something is there. I don't know a lot about it. All I know is they blew out earnings because of Bitcoin. And it wasn't really popping then. It was going up though. Julie Box, turn on the bell to get all the notifications to get these nuggets. That's right. Turn on the bell. Hit the bell, y'all. Because you never know when I'm going to come live like this. It's supposed to be on Fridays, but I can't hold up to it. I'll be honest with you. Dropping those nuggets, Drizzy, Casual Wealth. What's up, Dre Rags to Riches? See ya. All right, I miss Big Boy Blue. He's gone. 3 years. US is going. Okay. All right. I think I caught all y'all comments. All right. So let me tell you about Google, the other stock I'm in. I had it on the screen. It's breaking out, y'all. Pull up to 4 hours. Look at that. Look at that sideways consolidation. I'm in the calls. A little disappointed here because every day I'm losing a lot of money when this goes sideways. That's the danger of calls. So look at that. It's starting to break out. And when Google breaks out, it's gonna run. It had a nice little pop today. Or it could turn around here and head to the bottom of this range. So let's just keep an eye on this one. All right. Let's pull up the daily. Daily looks a little better, right? So up. We hold in a level. The sell-off sucks here, just like here. Just like there. Just like here. And so let's see what happens. Just keep an eye on that because you might want to get in once it breaks out of that area. Let's call that area 1800, 1810 or so. What does it say? Oh, it made a high today? I didn't even know it made 1821. Wow. It was ripping. You know what? And it only went down for the most part. I actually know the Qs didn't sell off like that. Okay. Maybe you just Google. Maybe they're selling it off because it's at the top of the range. Anyway, so I like that stock. And of course, I've told y'all Facebook. Facebook is popping, but it's still in the range. There's really nothing to talk about there. Look at the moving averages, right? The 9 and the 20 sideways. So there's nothing to talk about here, but what it does show you is that it could run. When it does start running, it could run. Next thing you know, the thing will be trading at 330, what we was talking about. If it pops out of this side, basically this is a volatility squeeze. If I were to pull up the Bollinger Band right now, they would be kind of compressed. I don't even got to pull it up. I already know. And once it breaks out, it'll start to get the volatility expand. It'll start to expand, right? Basically, I'm trying to make sure I got my wording right. It'll start to expand and the stock will just start running, so that's what you want to look out for. This sideways, this is the greatest setup, man. This stock's consolidating. Look at the consolidation here, right? Shoot. And you can almost see the steps that it's trying to do, right? There's the one, see, went sideways and then you had to pop. This pop from breakout to there was 22%. So if you go sideways and let's say it pops 22% from the top of the range, that puts it at 366. All right, I'm talking 330. It might go to 366 just by doing what it did before. Right? So sideways for about the same amount of time. What is that, 20? Gosh. 520. Okay, 4 months. And then from here is 8, 9, 10, 4 months. Okay, so 4 months popped out, 4 months. And if it pops up again and does a 20% move, that's 366. So kind of keep that in mind. It could be a trade there. And that's why I'm in it. That's why I'm in it. I'm playing for that action. And sure enough, if it happens, I'll be on here talking about it. And I'll be saying, I told y'all. I told y'all, didn't I? I was dropping nuggets. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I got people leaving like Big Boy Blue and whatnot. So thanks, babe. Jewelry Box, Rags to Riches, appreciate you. Big Boy Blue, appreciate you coming back and participating. Hopefully I talked about all your comments. I gotta figure out how to put the comments on the screen. It's a little option. I don't know how to do it no more. Kojo Cash, thank you. Appreciate you. You sold at the open. Dang, I missed. Oh, okay. With the Tilray. I got you. I missed that. I missed that comment. Bedroom Eyes. Thanks for joining. Kojo. All right, that's everybody. That's everybody. All right. So I appreciate y'all watching. So hit the bell. Like the video. I appreciate if y'all can like. Let me see how many likes I got. 5. I'll take it. Because I think the most I had in it was 8. That's awesome, man. That's almost everybody. And yeah, I try to do a video every day. So I can't even speak. I've been doing pretty good with that. All right. So thanks for watching again, and I'll talk to you guys later. This is Dre Trades. Hit me up on Instagram, Dre Trades, Twitter, Dre Trades, and in the comments in this video, because I respond to all of them.